What's up, dog? We're being quiet for the surprise.
Phone inception. Hey, buddy.
What's in that box?
What's in the
Can I see that box?
All right, here we go.
That box.
This is from Japan.
It's our buddy Mitsuru.
Mitsuru, who we met in Japan. Super awesome dude. He sent us a care package all the way from Japan. So it looks like we got some couple different pizza chips.
Pizza chips.
Pizza chip. We got some
from Japan.
Those look like spicy Japanese Takis looking.
Yeah, that's on me, Playboy.
Fire up the Google Translate.
Dude, this has got to be high chews, no?
It looks like it.
That's got to be high chews.
Yeah.
No, it feels too squishy to be high chews.
What do we got?
So we were told that Mitsuru makes really good jam every year. So I'm kind of thinking that that's probably what this is. And of course, why wouldn't he have a roll purple tag on it? This dude is the best. Mitsuru, we love you so much. Blueberry jam, fresh from Japan.
Jam on it.
That is sweet.
So I hit up this guy on Facebook and was like, "What the f, dude? There's no like A-arms for this thing." And, then this
And that was one
showed
of the
up.
biggest factors to buying this one. When they came with A-arms.
Yeah, I know. Here we go. Whoa!
One of my people must have owned this car at some point in time.
Just so you know, this car is really loud. So we're trying to think ahead and muffle the sound a little bit. Luckily, we have a master fabricator that works here.
Big time fab guy. So what we got going on is we found this muffler over at Nasty Norm's shop, aka Kennan's dad. Looks like it's off a street bike of some sort. And we had that 3-inch dump tube on the side there. It's pretty much straight pipe K24, so she's loud. So I like took it had like a big header on this thing, and I like stuffed it up inside of there, and it actually muffled it quite a bit. So this is a flow-through muffler. I can see right through it, but I think it's gonna do a lot to try and quiet this thing down. So a little bit different size, so a 3-inch straight pipe coming out that thing. This is 2 3/8. So I made my own little adapter because I didn't want to go buy one. Just want to get it done today. So did a little bit of math. This is stainless steel. I'm gonna weld that Johnny right on there like that. And then the other end's gonna go up to that 3-inch. And this thing's just gonna be sweet little side pipe action, so.
It just needs to take the edge off.
I think it'll do that, because literally remember when we stuck the tube down in there?
Yeah.
It was way quieter just by doing that. So I think this will actually do it. But I've never made one of these before. Usually I just go and buy one or whatever, but it's actually kind of fun. So nice little stainless TIG welder, Johnny. And that's how she goes.
Space shuttle stuff there.
Dude, right? Big time.
Yeah. Hey, anything to help.
You want it like that?
Yeah, I think it needs to go away from the wheel.
Yeah, I agree. Dude, a little Kevin 24. Damn sweaties, dog. Wow, it's even warm. Flavor 10, dude. Formatic.
Fresh off the press.
Big sweatshirt guy, so I'm all in.
Tell us how you feel about that little weld.
I'm pretty stoked, man. You know, I feel like I had my consistency was on point. You know, everything was good. Dude, Robo Dylan, dude. Look at that guy. This guy, too, looking. Oof. That didn't get your torque tear. I don't know what will.
Yeah, that's custom. Track day today. Max boost. HMX. It's a good combo. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Yeah, dude, you know it.
Just got a fresh shipment of Bucked Up.
So you classic sour box.
Seems like your go-to lately.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I'd say so.
I'm gonna go with what I always go with.
Getting started with this here track day. Get it.
So what'd you have for breakfast, dude? What does a race car driver have for breakfast nowadays?
I had some oatmeal.
Some
I was
overnight
told-
steel cut oats?
I was told, like, here's the pack now. Yeah.
All right, day in the life, dude. What's up?
I don't know. I just thought I'd come in.
Got bored?
No, I mean, it's super fun. I just, like, thought you guys wanted to see if anything's up or...
Oh, yeah, we'll check. Yeah, oh, yeah.
I'm a little nervous. This thing's pretty powerful.
For you. Get it on real quick. Just see what.
What do you think, Terry?
That's a workout with no power steering.
It is.
It's just pushing the front the entire time. Not surprising, but
Yeah, we're not. I was telling.
Not that way. It
I was
doesn't look
telling
that
Ken-
bad.
Yeah, I was telling Ken, I don't want to do the camera because then it's gonna spin the inside tire even more. It's gonna have less of a contact pad. I think we're fine. It's not rolling them over too bad either.
Carlos, you got those throttle traces ready?
Yeah, dude. You got Ayrton Senna throttle movements going on. Dude.
Nice.
Calm down with that.
Isn't it funny how Carlos is such a pussy? It's like he eats oatmeal for breakfast.
It's like I have steel cut oats in the morning or something.
There's like a race
Blueberries.
there, ready to drive. There's a helmet there. Like,
But yeah.
oh, take Carlos, what are your testing expectations right now?
I mean, you guys already shook it down. It should be good. I don't know. I'm just gonna have some fun.
we interrupt our Lemons testing session to bring to you a quick commercial break about Permatex Thread Locker. Let me tell you, lock your nuts, use this stuff. Don't gotta worry about your bolts coming loose. Trust me.
So we got some education going on today.
Oh, you betcha. So these are the trailing arms off the FD car. And these are aftermarket trailing arm pockets that we use because these holes are really big, so you have a lot of toe adjustment. But what happens is these things crack every once in a while, and it looks like I already welded the other side, but I'm gonna lay down some TIG welds on this thing here in a little bit. So we're gonna clean these things off because they're pretty dirty, and then we'll do a little bit of welding.
Yeah, like hold it in a certain area. There you go. Get the most out of it. We're gonna let this sit for a little bit.
And that really shows off that crack right there. Getting all that paint out of the little corners and everything. I'm gonna lay a little weldy weld around there, and I'm gonna hit it on the backside too.
What happens if you weld over paint?
Usually it just causes porosity and makes the weld not penetrate. It does all sorts of things, but I always recommend grinding the paint down. So when I'm doing something like this, you gotta decide if you're gonna MIG weld it or you're gonna TIG weld it. With something like this, I'm gonna TIG weld this because when there's just a little crack, I feel like This surface right here needs to bolt flat up into the chassis, and I don't want a big giant MIG weld that I'm gonna have to grind down off of there. Because most of the time with a MIG weld, once you start, it takes a minute for the material to heat up and then the weld will start to lay down flat. So it's got like a big giant bump in the beginning. And also you're not getting good penetration in the beginning. With a TIG welder, I can use this torch and I can control the heat with my foot before I even start moving. So I can make sure that the metal is at a proper temperature before I start adding filler and before I start going. This is a gas lens that I like to use. This is called the Ep12. And a gas lens is just gonna make a little column of argon come out of this thing. And it's gonna put your weld in an inert atmosphere. So if that gas goes away at any point during this welding process, the weld's gonna blow out and it's gonna turn to porosity and everything. You can't have any oxygen in there. So one thing that I like to do, if you have any doors open or any fans on or anything in your shop, turn that stuff off because you don't want any wind blowing around, blowing your gas out. With this setup, not doing anything stainless or no back purge, nothing crazy, I'll probably run about 30 CFM of argon. And then I'm just gonna take some mild steel filler, get this puddle created, and then start rolling and kind of fill it in. I'll flip it over and do the other side. But the biggest thing for TIG welding is your material can never be clean enough. That's the biggest thing, is clean the absolute crap out of it, wire wheel it, acetone it, all that good stuff. Get it as clean as you possibly can, and watch the edges of your puddle. If you can control the edges of your puddle, that's gonna give you a nice uniform weld, that stacked diamond look that we're looking for. So I'm just bopping the pedal, making sure our gas sounds right. I already checked my CFM looks good. We're grounded. Not too shabby. So the crack kind of went off this way, so I just kept following it until it ended. Try not to put too much heat in it, but definitely get it nice and hot so it penetrates through. And I'm gonna flip this thing over and hit the backside around that MIG weld. And at the end of the day, mild steel always kind of sucks to weld. It's nothing like titanium or stainless. That stuff welds super, super nice, but mild steel on the other hand, it is what it is. Looking for any more cracks while we're here. Let this thing cool off for a little bit and I'll blast another coat of steel over it, put it back on the race car for another year's worth of abuse.
Can we just buy a map on Amazon or something?
Yeah, Irwindale Speedway today. We're doing some testing with the Hot Potato Fest guys. We have one lap under our belt. So new engine, the comp car, just wanted to come and shake this thing down. We got off the dyno yesterday. So did one lap. I took a guess on the wheel speed. It was a little bit too short. So swap out a different rear final drive. Obviously fill that thing back up with some Max Gear 75 140 by Roll Purple. And we'll go back out there, finish off the set of GT radial tires, but really just wanted to use today as a test day. And luckily the Hot Bit guys were cool enough to let us come out and party. So we're stoked to be here. First test of the FD car in 2024.
Hey Carlos, we got the first gear change of the season.
Second one.
That's the second one, I mean. First one we're gonna show you. Little max gear going in.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Shaking down the car, making sure everything's good, and testing out some new shocks, dude.
New shocks.
MCS.
MCS. In the house.